Alright guys, it's Tay, and you want to know how to listen to music or play games on stream without that audio being in your VOD. So, this is pretty simple, very easy. If you just follow my steps and listen to my instructions, unlike the other people who didn't do so on my other tutorial videos, this process should be very smooth and sailing. Pretty smooth and, nice. You're going to head to vb-audio.com. Link in the description. I'm gonna mess up on a lot of words in this video. I apologize in advance. Right at the top, all the way up at the top, you have Windows download, you have Mac download, and Linux. You guys are not being supported. I'm sorry. You're gonna click download on this. I've already done this. I've already done this multiple times. I'm gonna go through and show you guys how many times I've recorded this video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've downloaded this file 6 times. I'm recording this video for the 6th time. This is raw. This is tough. We're struggling out here. All right, we're struggling. All right, downloads. Geez, there's more. There's more. Oh my God. Compressed zip file. You're gonna download that little file that I told you to click on. It's gonna take you here, and you're gonna click on VB cable setup. You're gonna double click it. It's gonna ask you blah blah blah. How do you want to extract this? Extract all. Or I don't know if run works. I've never tried it. Just click extract all. Replace files and destination. Yes, it's asking me that over there. And VB cable setup. You're gonna click on x64. I don't know the difference between regular setup. I'm pretty sure it's 32-bit and 64-bit. I don't know the difference, but I'm on Windows 11. I'm on a updated computer. I'm not on a computer from 2008, so I'm gonna be hitting x64. Run as admin, because if you don't, I'll show you that. I'll show you that in a second. Do you want to allow this app? Yes, I do. Yes. And then this little thing is going to open. It's going to say install driver. You install the driver. If you don't run as admin, give me a second. If you don't run it, okay, now it's just opening straight up. All right, fine. Never mind. If you don't run it as admin, it's going to, open up. As soon as you click install driver, it's going to be like, yo, what are you doing? You can't install this driver. It's going to back you out. And you're going to have to redo it again. It's going to tell you to run it in admin, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to add that. I already added it a million times, so Windows is like, bro, I already know what you're trying to do, whatever. All right, so once you have that installed, you're going to head, let me close this because some people are going to be like, how do you get there? All right, so you're going to go to System, you're going to go to Sound, you're going to scroll down to More Sound Settings. All right, if you have 2 monitors, it's going to pop up on your main monitor, which is my other monitor. All right, you're going to go to Playback, you're going to scroll down, it's going to say VB Audio Virtual Cable. You're going to click on Properties, you're going to take this thing, and you're going to name it whatever you want, right? But I'm going to name this Audio Inputs, just for the sake of this video, right? Audio Input, okay, boom, Audio Input. Now, you're not done. Don't close this window. You're going to head to Recording. Oh my God, look at my mic. That's cool, mic. Music, it's going to be like output, VB Audio, whatever, input or output, whatever. You're gonna head there. You're gonna change this as well. This is gonna be audio output. Audio output. You don't have to put output and input, but ideally you want 2 separate names, and you want to be able to tell which is which at any given point for obvious reasons. Listen, this is going to be unchecked. This is going to be on default. So what you want to do, obviously, is play through this device. You're going to play it through your speakers. So when you're playing your music, it's going to go through this channel, and ideally you want the audio to go through your speakers. If not, I'll show you guys how to configure that later. After that, that's pretty much all you need. And then from that point, you just switch this little thing. It's going to be on default as well. Whatever your music app is, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever audio or whatever music, whatever apps are out there, I don't know. You're going to click music or whatever the name of your thing is. It didn't save because I have to close it. It should say audio output because I just changed it, but with the settings shit, it never updates unless you close it. So boom, it's on audio output. If it was on speakers, this basically just means your stream won't be able to hear it. I'll show you guys in a second what that means. Audio input, blah blah blah, and obviously you want to be on speakers. Always stay on speakers, because if you're not on speakers, you won't be able to hear your music or the game or whatever, because you want to be on your default or default. I said default, or whatever music, or not music, whatever feedback system you're using, whatever playback system you're using to hear whatever. You want to use that device instead of, because some people don't have speakers as, their main audio option. Just had to make that obvious, had to make that clear for the people in the back who don't know what they're doing. All right, so already made a scene. This is a whole new scene, no DMCA. This is not how my streaming setup looks, or how my video setup looks. But ideally, you want to have a display capture, and if you have a game, if you're playing a game, you also want to put that on there as well. So game capture, window capture, whatever, get that set up, and then you're gonna head to settings, general stream. You want your stream to be on Twitch. This does not work on YouTube. I'm sorry. For all the YouTube people out there who think this might work on YouTube. YouTube doesn't fuck with us. YouTube doesn't like the people who decide to make other people's lives easier, because these features do not work on YouTube, and I have to upload this on YouTube, because what am I gonna do? Upload a video about this on Twitch? No. So we're gonna go. When you have Twitch up here, you're gonna go to output video track. You can put it on whatever track you want, but just know the audio track, not video track, the audio track, which is number 1 for me, that is your stream track. So if I put this on 5, I'm going to show you in a second what this means, but the channel that you want it on is whatever, but you want to make sure this is your stream track. This is probably going to be unchecked. Twitch VOD track, you can put it on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. It really doesn't matter. It's up to you. I decided to use 1 and 2 because I'm using 2 tracks when I stream, but it's up to you guys. If you have like a Go DSLR or whatever the heck it's called, then you might want to use multiple tracks, and you can change it to whatever. But just for the sake of this video, we're going to be using 1 and 2. So after that, you want to, I'm going to remove these just for the sake of this. I'm going to have to reset it up. It's whatever. All right, so you added your display capture, you added your video capture, game capture, whatever, right? You're going to hit this plus here, and if you don't have your mic on OBS already, I'm going to show you how to do so now. Audio input capture, okay, and you're going to go to default device, whatever, and you're going to switch that to your microphone. Add your microphone, okay. Now as you can see, my mic is here. I'm yelling into my mic. There it is. I'm not yelling into my mic, but I'm not going to do that. And then you're gonna take your audio input capture, audio output capture. I'm sorry, I'm slow. And then you're gonna take your audio input. So right here, I'm gonna have to name these because it's gonna get very confusing. So you might want to do so yourself. This right here is your voice, all right? Mic, whatever, right? This is your mic. You don't want to get the two confused, all right? That's your mic. This is your music output. You could just put the name of your app. For instance, I'm using Spotify, all right? So that would be Spotify. This would just be mic, right? And it's very important that you label these because you might not know what you're talking about, or you might not know what you're clicking or what you're doing. All right. So let's say I'm playing a game, right? I'm playing 2K, right? And in 2K or whatever game I'm playing, there may be some copyright audio. I might not want that music, or I might not want people yelling in game chat in my video or in my stream. If someone says a racial remark that can get me in trouble, I might not want to put that on my stream. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click the settings, all right? Ideally, all of these tracks will be filled up, right? You want to get rid of 3, 4, 5, and 6. You don't want these extra tracks, because you don't know what's going to happen when you make a video and you have all these tracks, enabled. When you go to edit that video, your video is going to have all these audio tracks, and it's not going to be, it's going to be the same exact audio that's going to be on track 1 and 2. You're going to be like, what the heck? What are all these tracks? So if you edit videos, or if you want to download your VODs, you might want to uncheck those, because you don't want all those tracks in your videos, and it just gets very annoying. Okay. So desktop audio, you're gonna completely ignore desktop audio. I have it hidden. I'm gonna show you how to hide it. If desktop audio is here, which it most likely will be, you wanna click the little three dots under it, hide, and just mute it. Just get rid of it. Don't worry about it, right? And you're gonna go back to settings, and we're gonna turn this volume all the way down to 0 because we do not need it. All right, and I did not want to do that. All right, desktop audio should be on 0, ideally, if you don't want music to be in your stream. Just to be safe, I have it on 0, and I have it, taken off of tracks 1 and 2. All right. So you don't want your game audio in your stream. I mean, in your VOD, but it's okay to have it in your stream. You want it in your stream, right? And this goes for clips as well. VOD, clip, same thing. Video on demand and clips are the same thing. So let's say if someone is saying racial remarks, I don't want that in my VOD. I'm gonna take it off of track 2, and that's pretty much it. If you don't want your gameplay in your VOD at all, that's it. If you don't want your gameplay in your stream or your VOD for whatever reason, you could take it off of 1 and the stream will just hear the music and your voice, okay? That's awesome. And then let's say if you don't want your music in your VOD, which you really don't. You really don't want your music in your VOD because you can get in legal trouble or just in trouble from Twitch. Your VOD can get muted. You don't want that, all right? So uncheck track 2. You don't want music in your VOD. Now, if you don't want music in your stream, if you're listening to music and you don't want people to know you're listening to music, or what I like to do sometimes is I will watch YouTube videos or something while I'm streaming on my other monitor while I'm playing a game or something, right? Because I don't want to listen to music anymore, right? So I'm going to open up I'm going to just play a video. I'm just going to play a video in my browser, and let's say I don't want to listen to music anymore. I'm just gonna mute both of these. I mean, you don't have to mute them, but just to be safe, if you don't want any music in your VOD or whatever, just mute it just to be safe. And you're gonna switch this audio input to your browser. Now, whatever comes from your browser will be in your ear. Your stream won't hear it as long as track 1 and 2 are disabled. Your stream won't hear it, so you can watch videos or whatever, and your chat won't even know. They'll just hear the game and they'll hear you talking, okay? Now we're gonna switch this back for our next example. That's how you take the audio from your game and whatever out of your stream and your VOD. We're gonna put that back on music. We're gonna take that off, all right? And now for this next example, let's say if you want your game in your VOD, but you don't want your music in your VOD. Or let's say if you don't want your music in your stream, you just want gameplay in your voice, you take it off of track 1. If you want the music in your VOD or if you don't want the music in your VOD, but you want it in your stream, yet again, you're just gonna uncheck 2. Whatever's on 2 is gonna be broadcasted to the VOD, and the stream, whatever's on 1 is just gonna be the stream. Okay, it's pretty much self-explanatory. You get the gist of what's going on. Now, let's say if you want to play a PC game, right? I'm just gonna load up this game called Backpack Battles. It's a cool little game. Pretty simplistic game. I'm just loading this up for an example. All right, so we have the game here. I don't know why this shit loads up so big, but I'm gonna minimize this or make it small, shrink it a little bit, just for the sake of this video. All right, so we have our game there. Let's say I'm done using my Elgato. I mean, if you're done using your Elgato, you just turn off your PlayStation or whatever, right? You don't have to do what I just did. You really don't have to. You could just turn off your PlayStation or just mute the Elgato for that time, for the time being, Let's say if I'm playing a PC game and I want to broadcast that PC game audio to my stream, you'd have to click on Backpack Battles, and this is if you're playing music. If you're not playing music, you could just not play music and use desktop audio, which I do not use. I do not condone in using, but I like to have my game, my music, and my voice all on separate, audio levels. I don't know about you guys. I don't like using desktop audio because it really just, I don't like it. It's stupid. But if you don't care about DMCA, obviously use desktop audio. Yeah, once you click on that, you're gonna click on whatever game or whatever thing you're using. And for this example, you could also do this if you want to watch a video. For example, I have LeBron pulled up, some LeBron highlights, whatever. Uh, ESPN, shout out to them. I'm shouting out ESPN. What am I doing? So let's say if I wanted to listen to this video, right? I click OK, and then whatever coming from my browser will play on the audio will play through this little dongle right here. You see, application audio capture, whatever is playing through my browser is going to play through there, right? Now let's say if I want to switch it back to backpack battles, whatever coming through backpack battles is going to be playing through this little bar right here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you don't want this audio, yet again, if you don't want this audio in your VOD, and look at that, it already has all these other channels, all these other tracks enabled. If you don't want that YouTube video or the gameplay in your VOD for whatever reason, uncheck that. And the same thing applies for YouTube videos. If you're recording YouTube videos, whatever is on channel 2 will be in that YouTube video. So always be mindful. Always check your tracks and whatever. It doesn't change, but if you reset some settings, it may change. So every now and then I do give this a little check, because you don't want to record a video and then, towards the end of the video, when you start to edit the video, you're like, bro, my music was playing the whole time. Or when you're streaming, you're like, bro, my music was recording my music. I mean, my stream was recording my music the whole time. Like, there's music in my stream. Oh no, what am I gonna do? So just make sure you have these, you check these, you check that everything is on the right channels and whatnot. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Pretty simplistic, pretty simple. I would set an example, but I don't have to. I already know what the fuck I'm talking about. Everything is pretty much self-explanatory. That's pretty much been it for this video. I hope everybody has a good day, and I hope no one has any issues. If you do have issues down below, just let me know in the comment section, and I will gladly respond with some help. A lot of people are going to say, this didn't work for me, I have issues. Make sure you follow all the steps that I just showed you carefully. If anything does not work, or if you're having issues, let me know down below. I do not run this website, I do not run Twitch or anything, so if any of these things get shut down in the future, I can't do anything about that. So that's why I'm making this video, and I will see you guys later in another video. Thank you for sticking around for the tutorial. I will see you guys in another video later. Peace.